Top 3 habits that instantly flush toxins and heal your kidneys naturally. What if the body's greatest healer has been ignored every single day? The kidneys working in silence while toxins pile up. What if the things that seem harmless are quietly destroying those tiny filters that keep you alive? The truth is, kidney decline often begins years before symptoms appear, but with just 3 daily changes, the kidneys can start to heal before the damage turns irreversible. Let's start with habit number 1, drinking herbal kidney teas. There is a quiet struggle happening inside the body every single day. The kidneys fight to keep the blood clean, while under constant attack from food, drinks, and chemicals never meant for human cells. Every sip of soda, every fast meal, and every processed snack leaves behind something the kidneys must filter out. These tiny organs never rest, working 24 hours a day to clear away salt, sugar, and hidden preservatives that build up in the blood. Over time, that nonstop load begins to show. The filters that once worked smoothly start to slow down. The blood becomes heavier, the urine darker, and energy levels fade. It is not a rare problem. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that over 37 million Americans live with kidney disease, yet most have no idea until the damage becomes severe. That means millions of people walking around with tired kidneys, unaware that half of their filtering strength might already be gone. The signs often appear quietly at first: swelling in the ankles or under the eyes, constant fatigue that no nap can fix, and a foggy mind that struggles to focus. When urine flow slows, toxins that should leave the body stay trapped inside, irritating the tissues and thickening the blood. The body starts to send signals, but many ignore them until the damage deepens. These kidneys are not weak by design. They are simply overwhelmed by a modern lifestyle that keeps pouring in what they are meant to flush out. Processed foods fill the bloodstream with phosphate additives and artificial flavorings that confuse the body's chemistry. High-sodium meals make the blood thicker and raise blood pressure, pressing against the delicate kidney filters like a hose under too much force. Sugary drinks create a wave of inflammation that burns through small blood vessels. Day after day, these quiet injuries pile up until the kidneys begin to slow their rhythm. The body that once cleansed itself with ease now struggles to keep up. Yet nature has always offered gentle help. Before medicine bottles and laboratory formulas existed, people used the gifts of plants to support their kidneys. Herbal teas were not just comfort drinks, but natural kidney detox healers that help flush toxins gently. Among the most powerful are dandelion root, nettle leaf, hibiscus, and parsley. Each one works differently, but together they form a natural support system that helps the kidneys breathe again. Dandelion root acts like a gentle broom for the urinary system. It encourages the kidneys to release more urine, which helps flush out extra salt and waste that might otherwise stay trapped. It also supports the liver, the organ that prepares toxins for removal. When the liver functions well, the kidneys receive cleaner blood and can filter it with less strain. Studies published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine confirm that dandelion root increases urine flow and improves the body's natural detox pathways. This simple root, often seen as a weed, carries one of nature's strongest cleansing powers. Nettle leaf works on another level. It calms the inflammation that often builds up inside kidney tissue. Chronic inflammation narrows the tiny vessels that feed the kidneys, choking their blood supply. Nettle helps open them again. It also helps lower uric acid levels, one of the substances that can form crystals and cause kidney stones. Research in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology in 2020 showed that nettle extract not only reduced uric acid buildup, but also improved filtration rates in stressed kidneys. This means that nettle does not just cleanse, it helps restore function. Then there is hibiscus tea, a bright red drink known for its refreshing taste. Its power goes far beyond flavor. Hibiscus naturally lowers blood pressure, which reduces the constant strain that damages kidney filters. In studies conducted by the University of Arizona, participants who drank hibiscus tea daily experienced a drop of up to 10 points in their systolic blood pressure. That small change makes a big difference for the kidneys. Lower pressure means less wear on the glomeruli, the tiny filters that clean the blood. Each filter can rest instead of fighting against a constant force. Over time, that rest allows healing. Parsley may seem simple, but its effects are deep. It helps balance fluids, reducing bloating and supporting smoother urine flow. It also carries antioxidants that calm the inflammation often caused by excess salt or toxins. When parsley is combined with the other herbs, it forms a gentle cleansing blend that supports every part of the urinary tract. It does not push the kidneys too hard. It simply gives them the help they need to move waste out of the body more easily. These herbs share a natural harmony. They do not act as harsh diuretics that dehydrate the body. Instead, they work gently, helping the kidneys release just enough fluid to flush out toxins, sodium, and uric acid. The process is simple but powerful. As the herbs increase urine flow, they wash away what clogs the filters. Imagine the kidneys clearing out tiny grains of waste that once slowed them down. The tissue becomes calmer, less swollen, and better able to do its job. Blood begins to flow more freely through the vessels that supply them. With that better circulation, oxygen reaches the cells again, and the body starts to regain balance. This natural detox effect does not just help the kidneys. When toxins leave more efficiently, the skin clears, the mind feels lighter, and energy returns. The entire system benefits because clean blood touches every organ. This gentle washing from within helps reduce puffiness in the face and swelling in the feet. Urine becomes lighter and less concentrated, showing that the body is finally releasing what it has held for too long. To use these teas safely, consistency is more important than quantity. A warm cup twice a day, one in the morning and one in the evening, keeps the process steady. Alternate between different herbs every few days so the body receives a variety of healing compounds. Dandelion for cleansing, nettle for inflammation, hibiscus for blood pressure, and parsley for balance. Boil them fresh whenever possible and drink them warm. Avoid packaged or bottled versions that hide sugar or sodium inside. Those drinks can undo the very healing these herbs are meant to bring. People with mild kidney weakness or early signs of trouble often notice improvement within weeks. However, anyone with advanced kidney disease or those taking medications should always check with a healthcare provider before adding herbal remedies. Natural does not mean risk-free, especially when the kidneys are already struggling. The goal is gentle support, not stress. For those who use them correctly, herbal teas can become a daily ritual of healing. Over time, mornings begin to feel lighter. Swelling around the eyes fades, and the heaviness in the legs lessens. The mind feels clearer because the blood carries less waste. Even digestion improves, as the body's no longer trying to manage excess toxins. Each sip helps the kidneys catch up on their endless work, like giving tired workers a helping hand. Picture what happens inside after weeks of steady care. The filters that once felt clogged now flow smoothly. The tiny tubes carrying urine are no longer swollen or irritated. The blood that enters the kidneys leaves cleaner, carrying oxygen and life to every corner of the body. The heaviness that once sat in the back begins to ease. The body no longer feels burdened, it feels free. But flushing toxins is only the first step toward true healing. The kidneys also need peace, not just cleansing. They need time to repair the microscopic filters that have worked without rest for years. That restoration does not happen during the day, but at night when the body finally becomes still. The next habit unlocks that healing power hidden in rest. It begins with something most people neglect to prioritize: deep sleep. Before we move on, I'd love to know where you're watching from. If you're working to ease the kidney problems naturally, make sure to subscribe to Knowhow and turn on the notification bell. And if this content helps you, type 1 in the comments or 0 if it doesn't. I want to keep improving for you. When sleep is deep and steady, the kidneys finally get the silence they need to heal naturally and improve kidney function. But when sleep is short or broken, that healing never arrives. The body may lie still, yet the kidneys remain in survival mode. Many people think of sleep as optional rest, but for the kidneys, it is the only time they can rebuild what daytime stress tears down. Modern life has quietly stolen that repair window. Phones glow beside pillows, caffeine lingers in the blood long after sunset, and stress hormones never fully fade. The result is a generation running on half sleep, with kidneys that never recover from the day's strain. Research confirms it. In a 2021 study by the National Institutes of Health, People who slept less than 6 hours a night lost kidney function almost 20% faster than those who slept 7 or more hours. That difference may sound small, but over time it means an earlier slide toward chronic kidney disease. When sleep is shortened, stress hormones rise. Cortisol and adrenaline, meant to keep the body alert, stay active through the night. These hormones narrow blood vessels in the kidneys, cutting off the gentle flow that filters the blood. Imagine trying to wash a cloth with a twisted hose. The water barely trickles. That is what happens inside the kidneys when sleep is restless. Blood cannot reach the filters smoothly, so waste builds up. The body wakes with puffiness, tension, and a dull head because toxins that should have been flushed out remain behind. During deep sleep, something remarkable occurs. The kidneys slow their pace but become more precise. They balance fluid levels, pulling out excess water that causes swelling in the hands or ankles. They restore the balance of electrolytes like sodium and potassium, which regulate heart rhythm and muscle function. They also repair the damage caused by oxidative stress, the constant wear and tear from sugar, pollution, and high blood pressure. It is in this phase that the kidneys heal the microtears in their filters and clear inflammation from their tissues. Without this nightly repair, inflammation grows unchecked. Creatinine, a waste marker that reflects kidney stress, rises silently in the blood. Morning blood pressure spikes because the body remains trapped in alert mode. Sleep-deprived nights leave the kidneys working overtime while running on empty energy. Over months or years, this imbalance weakens filtration and sets the stage for long-term decline. The evidence for this connection keeps growing. Harvard Health reports that people who maintain regular sleep cycles show 30% less protein leakage in their urine compared to those with disrupted sleep. Protein in urine is a red flag. It means the kidney filters are injured and are letting large molecules slip through. Another study from Japan revealed that poor sleep increases the risk of chronic kidney disease by 25%, mainly because of nighttime spikes in blood pressure. The body may appear calm in bed, but inside, the stress of sleeplessness keeps pressure high, wearing down fragile filters. It becomes clear that kidney protection is not just about what happens during the day, but also what happens when the lights go out. The hours of deep sleep are not a luxury, they are therapy. They are when the kidneys shift from filtering to healing. Restoring that natural repair cycle starts with simple, deliberate choices. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night, not just occasionally. Create a setting that tells the body it is time to rest. Darkness helps the brain release melatonin, the hormone that signals repair mode. A cool room slows the heart rate and relaxes the blood vessels, improving circulation to the kidneys. Evening habits hold great power. Caffeine, even hours before bed, can linger and keep cortisol active. High-salt snacks eaten at night raise blood pressure and force the kidneys to work harder when they should be resting. Replace those with a light dinner, something gentle on digestion. Spinach, pumpkin seeds, and a handful of almonds bring magnesium, a mineral that relaxes muscles and calms the nervous system. Gentle stretching or slow breathing for 5 minutes before sleep can lower stress hormones enough to open kidney blood flow again. Some people find peace in soft music, others in quiet prayer or reflection. The form does not matter as much as the feeling. The goal is to signal safety to the body. When the brain senses calm, it releases less cortisol. Less cortisol means the kidneys finally get their turn to rest. Deep sleep is also the bridge between detox and repair. During the night, the liver and kidneys form a perfect partnership. The liver breaks down toxins from food, medication, and the environment. The kidneys then filter those neutralized wastes and carry them out through urine. This loop works best when the body is fully at rest. When sleep is cut short, that cleansing loop breaks halfway. It is like stopping a washing cycle before the rinse. The dirt stays, and the machine strains to start again. Those leftover toxins keep circulating, clouding the mind and stiffening the blood vessels. Over time, this unfinished cleansing leaves the kidneys in a constant state of catch-up. The morning after a really deep sleep feels different. There is no swelling under the eyes. The head feels clear. The body feels lighter because it is not carrying yesterday's waste. The pulse is calmer and the skin looks more alive. This transformation is not a miracle. It is the natural result of giving the kidneys the quiet hours they need to restore balance. Every night becomes an opportunity for renewal. The body can either heal or deteriorate depending on how it treats that window. Many spend years searching for supplements or complex routines when the most powerful medicine has always been within reach. Sleep. It is free, simple, and deeply healing. When the kidneys receive that nightly rest, their strength slowly returns. The filters work more efficiently, the blood grows cleaner, and the energy that once felt lost begins to come back. But once rest is restored, something more is needed. The kidneys, now refreshed, crave nourishment to rebuild their strength. The next step brings that power not through pills or powders, but through simple, natural foods that strengthen the kidneys from the inside out. And it begins with one food family most people overlook: cruciferous vegetables. If you're finding this helpful so far, please take a second to like this video. It may seem small, but it tells YouTube that this message matters and helps Knowhow reach more people who truly need it. If you believe others deserve this knowledge too, tap that thumbs up now. Every cell in the kidney carries its own small engine of life. It runs day and night, filtering blood, balancing electrolytes, and removing what the body no longer needs. But like any engine, it burns fuel and creates waste. Without proper protection, that waste turns into damage. This is where most diets fail. Across the United States, most adults eat fewer than 2 cups of vegetables per day, far below the amount needed to protect these silent organs. The kidneys do not just need calories, they need the right kind of nourishment, the kind that cleans from within. The vegetables that offer this internal shield belong to one family, the cruciferous group: broccoli, kale, cabbage, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. Each one holds a compound so powerful that scientists call it the body's detox command. It is known as sulforaphane, a natural enzyme booster that triggers deep cellular cleansing. In plain words, these vegetables teach your cells how to protect themselves. They help the kidneys fight off daily attacks from toxins, oxidative stress, and inflammation. It may sound simple, just vegetables, yet the science behind them runs deep. Sulforaphane activates a master switch in the body called NRF2. Think of NRF2 as a light switch that turns on every antioxidant defense system you have. When it is switched on, the cells begin producing protective enzymes that sweep out free radicals, neutralize toxins, and repair worn-out proteins. This means your body does not rely only on supplements or outside antioxidants. It creates its own protection from the inside. At Johns Hopkins University, researchers discovered that sulforaphane could increase detox enzyme activity in kidney tissue by 2.5 times. That means every kidney cell becomes better at cleansing itself. Animal studies have shown similar results when sulforaphane is present. The kidneys suffer far less damage from high blood pressure. The blood vessels stay open, the filters remain intact, and the tissue heals faster. Even in human studies, people who regularly eat cruciferous vegetables show a 22% lower risk of chronic kidney disease, according to findings published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2022. That is nearly 1 in 4 cases that could be prevented through something as simple as changing what is on the plate. But sulforaphane is not working alone. Cruciferous vegetables carry a whole army of healing nutrients. Vitamin C helps strengthen blood vessels and keeps their lining flexible, preventing stiffness that restricts kidney blood flow. Folate supports red blood cell production, ensuring that the kidneys receive enough oxygen to power filtration. Potassium, when consumed in balance, helps control blood pressure and maintain fluid equilibrium. These nutrients together form the foundation of kidney resilience. Inside the kidneys are millions of tiny filters called nephrons. They work best when blood is clean, oxygen is steady, and inflammation is low. When free radicals attack, they scar these filters, causing them to leak or slow down. The antioxidants in cruciferous vegetables act like small shields, intercepting those harmful molecules before they touch the filters. They keep the nephrons smooth and strong, preserving their ability to cleanse the blood efficiently. The benefits extend beyond protection. These vegetables actively help the body detoxify. They neutralize heavy metals that can accumulate from water, air, or processed food. They lower uric acid levels, preventing the formation of painful crystals that clog kidney tissue. And they support the partnership between the liver and kidneys, 2 organs that rely on each other for detox. When the liver processes toxins into forms the kidneys can excrete, Sulforaphane helps both organs communicate better. It even improves nitric oxide levels in the blood, which opens the small vessels feeding the kidneys. Better blood flow means more oxygen and less stress. Sulforaphane and its companion nutrients form a cellular shield. Every serving builds another layer of protection, helping the kidneys handle the next round of toxins, pressure changes, or stress without breaking down. To gain the full benefit, the preparation matters. Cruciferous vegetables release the most sulforaphane when they are lightly steamed rather than overcooked or eaten raw. A few minutes of gentle heat is enough to activate the enzymes that release sulforaphane while keeping the nutrients intact. Add a drizzle of olive oil and a bit of crushed garlic, both of which enhance absorption and add anti-inflammatory compounds of their own. A half cup daily is enough to make a measurable difference over time. The key is consistency, not volume. A small daily serving teaches the body to stay in detox mode without overstressing digestion. Those with weak digestion or sensitive stomachs should choose cooked forms. Raw versions, while rich, can be harder to process for people with slower metabolism or mild kidney strain. What matters most is a steady intake of nourishment that arrives every day, not occasionally. As these vegetables become a regular part of the diet, the body begins to change quietly. The kidneys receive cleaner blood, and the filters inside them no longer face a storm of oxidants. Inflammation calms down, fluid balance becomes smoother, the puffiness that once appeared in the face or hands starts to fade. Blood pressure stabilizes because the blood vessels stay open and flexible. Even energy levels rise as waste no longer clogs the bloodstream. It is not just physical change that happens. There is a deeper feeling of renewal. The body begins to respond like a system that finally remembers how to heal itself. Each cell, from the smallest filter in the kidneys to the largest vessel in the heart, becomes part of a coordinated defense. The mind feels clearer, the breath steadier, and the body lighter. If this video was helpful, please don't leave without subscribing to Knowhow. And if you feel like I truly understood your struggle and offered a solution that matters, type the word relief in the comments. I'd love to know if this helped you.